So we're here, I guess, waiting the imminent arrival of the Prime Minister to start proceedings today, and I thought it would be interesting to chat to some of the people who make all of this happen behind the scenes. Gerard Martin is the official secretary to the Office of Governor-General. Glyn Davis is the Secretary of Prime Minister and Cabinet, and Andrew is the, what would you say, head of
Government Division.
Government Division, thank you, Andrew. And there are many people in the corridor outside who support the work, but I thought I'd ask maybe Glyn, what's it like in a moment like this? The last few days, I'm sure, have been very busy with the activity of Prime Minister and Cabinet, and probably with Andrew running a team that's prepared us for today.
Absolutely. So the hidden part of government work, the part that nobody sees, is the team that was in much of the weekend, led by Andrew, did a superb job bringing together the immense amount of detail to get it exactly right. Because there are some changes to departments, it's not just changing names or titles, it's actually all the legislation, all the enabling support. And Andrew and his team, I think, have done a superb job bringing all this together.
What's that involved, Andrew? So the documentation for today is immense. You've just arrived with that, so that's a lot of effort in the last few days.
So there's kind of two sets of documents that we're working through. One is about what are the responsibilities of each minister and department, and they will be signed off by the Governor-General and the Prime Minister first. And then we do all the appointment instruments for the new ministry. By convention, when the Prime Minister is re-elected, he resigns, terminates the entire ministry, and then they're all reappointed. So we've been working through the individual appointment instruments, oaths and affirmations for each of the ministers.
Thank you. And Gerard, as official secretary to our office, you play an important role today. You've been playing a role throughout as the lead, I guess, connection between Prime Minister and Cabinet to get us to this point. And I know you've spent a long time in Prime Minister and Cabinet. Any reflections on the process for today?
It'll be very smooth, and our job here at Government House is to get ready to receive the 42 ministers, and led by the Prime Minister, to be reappointed and to make the media accessible for filming and broadcasting of this important event.
And of course, you will open the event, so you're the first person to speak in the drawing room in a moment. You will introduce the Prime Minister, you'll set the proceedings into the formality, then the Prime Minister will take his cue and he will then start to introduce the ministers, who will then individually we will then swear in to their office. I thought it was interesting, Glyn, that you mentioned the changes to administrative arrangements, because people may not realise that behind the scenes there are now departments that are changing. There are administrative arrangements for the secretaries of those departments. And as you said, when we go into the meeting of the Executive Council, one of the things we do is start to confirm the new departments, which people may not be aware of, is something really important before you're going to appoint the minister to that to lead that department. And so that's an interesting phenomenon. I think people don't probably understand.
Exactly so, and each department manages and is responsible for legislation. And if you change a department, you change the allocation, and that is very precise work that's taken a lot of time. So the team has been working until late last night to make sure we have all of this right. I agree with Gerard. It will go smoothly, and also Gerard's appropriately the first person to talk because he was the last person to talk when Parliament was prorogued.
Of course, Gerard was up at Parliament House and handed over and actually prorogued the Parliament after the Prime Minister had come here. I prorogued it up here, but then Gerard took that notification up and in a ceremonial action was able to notify Australians that had happened through an official notification program. I want to make sure that this team says thanks to the amazing teams behind them, because there are tens and tens of people who have been working on this in anticipation of the announcements, but today is the culmination of all of that. And I should say to both Andrew and Glyn, they were also the team at PMNC who welcomed me into this role. There was a lot of work in the appointment of a Governor-General that takes place, and they shepherded me through and made sure that I could start the job as ready as I needed to be. So I also want to thank you for making my arrival almost a year ago into this role seamless, and a deep understanding of the relationship that this office has with the federal bureaucracy, but primarily through Prime Minister and Cabinet, and we've been so well supported. So look forward to this morning. It will be a marvellous occasion, as it always is with swearing in, and hope you've enjoyed that bit of background.